Okay, let's give you guys some more practice. So currently we've got this function here, f of x equals x squared minus 1. Now I'm going to transform this function into a new function, and your job's to come up with the equation for that new function. You see what I mean later. Let me just transform it first. So my first step is to move everything to the left by 1. Okay, so I'm going to transform it by moving everything to the left by 1. Okay, it's there. Everything moved to the left by 1, and now I'm going to stretch everything by a factor of 2. So hang on. So what was, for example, I would choose a point down, let's say down here. Then by me stretching it downwards by a factor of 2, then I'm going to move it down here. So this point would then move to here, and then well, I could select any point. I'm going to select this point and then move it up to here, because it was 2, and then I'm going to move up to 4. Okay, well, you see what I mean later. So let me stretch everything now. So the first step was me moving everything to the left by 1. Okay, my next step is to stretch everything up by a factor of 2. Okay, so now I'm going to stretch everything. So what was 1 here, I'm going to move it down to 2. So hang on, let me stretch it down to 2. Hang on, so it's going to look something like that. And then the top, I'm going to just do the same. So what was here, I'm going to move up to here. Okay, so hang on. So let me just put a mark in it. I'm going to move it up. So hang on. So your graph your new function will look like this. Hang on, bear with me. I'm going to move that to what? Hang on, there. Okay. So this is our new function now. Now let's call this new function. Hang on. Let's call this new function g of x. G of x. Now come up with the equation for this g of x. Okay. So press pause and have a go. So to do this here, first we started with this. We started out as this, and we then moved everything to the left. So us moving everything, translating everything to the left by 1, what we did was in effect f of x x plus 1. Okay, so that means this x plus 1. Well, basically at the moment you've got this thing here, so you would put this x plus 1 into the bubble here, so it really becomes this x plus 1 squared minus 1. Okay, so now we stretched everything, and then our next step was to stretch everything by a factor of 2, so it would be 2 f of x plus 1. So that would mean, well, here we would do the whole thing first and then times 2. So that means we've got to do the whole thing here and then we times 2. So what that means is you've got to do all this first and then you times 2. So what that means is this: 2 bracket x plus 1 squared and then minus 1 and then close it off here. So this new function here is given by, well, you can say yeah, you can say that this new function here, g of x equals 2 bracket x plus 1 close it off squared minus 1. You could write it like this. I think you can simplify this, but for the time being I'm just going to leave it as it is. So g of x equals this thing here. Okay, so this here is the equation for this this line here. Okay.